Hello. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. And the stitches are sliding off the short needles. Hang on just a second. Okay, sorry. Not said quick hello before going to bed. Am tired. How are you feeling, Knots? Stuff getting better? I think I'm gonna turn the volume up a smidge. Not said, yeah, almost no bleeding. Woohoo! Okay, now the music might get too loud. Doggone it. I'm glad to hear that, Knots, because that's a scary thing. Not said, didn't sleep well last night and no nap today. I didn't get a nap today either, but the last, I think, 3 nights I've slept pretty good. Last night not as well as the night before, but still much better than usual. And I hope that your sleep is better tonight. Yeah, I think it's been like a week since I took a nap, and I'm not sure what's up with that. Hi, Veggie. How you doing? Veggie said tinking. Oh no, what are you tinking? Are you working on the spring sock? Nat said, I expected this cycle to be a rough one based on how long since the last one, but it was a bit much. Sounds like it. Veggie said, yeah, finally picked it up. Well, looky. Ta-da! Since I found these short needles, these are better for working on stream than these long ones. So I switched them, and I tinked I didn't tink, I just ripped it out. I decided to go with, because I don't have the 1.5 needles. Veggie said, did you do the cast on the one that they recommend? Yeah. I looked at it and started doing it. I'm like, this is the way I cast on all the time. Oh, that's the cast on that my step grandmother taught me when I was, I don't know, like in the 5th grade, I think. Because I started out doing that one where you do it over your thumb when I was little. And then she called it her knitted cast on. I don't know where she learned it. But yeah, that's the way I always cast on. So it was easy for me. I'm sorry if it's confusing for all of y'all. But I decided to do the medium size because the measurements of the foot measurements seemed more like my foot measurements. So I'm hoping that once I get to the color work, it'll still be okay just with these needles. And it seems like between the, more stitches and the cast on, and I have to be careful anyway. Almost every pair of socks, one of them will go over my heel and the other one won't. And it's not a difference in foot size because it doesn't matter which side. It's just the one sock in every pair. So I've been trying to be careful that I cast on loose enough. But got that far. That's about an inch. I got about another half inch to go before I have to look at the instructions again. So I was very excited. Veggie said I didn't go up a size in needles either. Are you knitting? Because normally I cast on 64 stitches. And there was a period of time of several years where I was having a lot of trouble with my feet swelling. And I was casting on 72 at that point because I'd wake up in the morning and I couldn't get my shoes on. So I was knitting my socks on 72 stitches, and then we got that health problem taken care of and I didn't need to do that anymore. Although I guess some socks end up being on 64 stitches, depending on the yarn, some socks end up being a little more snug than I'd probably prefer, but they're not uncomfortable. And see, this is 64 stitches, and this is gonna fit fine. But the Peruvian Highland yarn knits up differently for me than the superwash yarns do. I lost a needle. There it is. Get back on there. Geez, that sounds like a couple of second graders trying to play chopsticks, doesn't it? Veggie said 64 all the way. You mean for the whole sock? No. I mean, just depending on whatever kind of heel I do. But no, 64 for the leg, 64 for the foot. For this sock. Are there increases? I didn't even look. I guess I'm not one of those people who reads the pattern before they start. So I don't know. Let me... But no, I don't typically do. I don't see where, I don't know. I mean, apart from actually reading line by line, where I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Veggie said, why do that when it's fun to rip things out and put them in timeout? Because I want to get the damn thing done. I want to be done with all 4 pair right now. Regardless of the fact that I only have yarn for the first pair. And y'all know the chances of me. And see, I don't generally put stuff in timeout. I just get smitten with a new project and forget about the previous one. Like these that aren't done yet. Wow, the white's blinding on this camera, isn't it? I like the trees. Veggie said the mediums I thought called for 72 stitches and decreased down. Well, they do call for 72 stitches, but if they decrease down, I haven't seen it yet because, you know, I'm still in the ribbing. Okay, now on the leg it says work rounds 1 through 61 of the leg chart in your chosen size, following the decreased rounds in color work as marked on rounds 20 and 29. Huh. Okay, so this is going to decrease me down to 64 at the ankle. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes when I get to it. No, I did just see. Oh no, I said I used to, or I normally do my socks on 64 stitches. But because of the color work and not having the larger needles, I decided to do it on 72. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And because like I said, I don't generally read the pattern beforehand, so I have no idea what's coming. It's all a surprise. Mage said, hi. Hi, Mage. Veggie said, but it's possible I misheard which socks, so, oh, who knows? I'm confused. I'm just going to follow the pattern and see what happens. But I did choose to start out on 72 stitches. Griff said, Meowdy. Hey, Griff, how you doing? Veggie said, hello, Mage, and Griff and Knots. Oh, wait, Knots. I didn't say goodnight, did I? Are you still here? Okay, Knots hasn't announced leaving yet. Okay. Knots, or Mage said, I finished the sock thing. I'm now working on the second one. Woohoo! How exciting. And now Mage can wear hand knit socks. Veggie said, how do they feel? Mage said, I'll post pics in a bit. Mate said they feel cute. Veggie smiles. I have not decided what I'm going to do for heels on these socks yet. The sock is all lost in the table. Is that long? And I'm going to need to make a decision about heels pretty soon. Veggie said, tap them thrice. I feel like I'm supposed to know what you mean. Apparently I don't. Veggie said that's one decision. Oh, no place like home. Veggie said. Oh, I already read that. No, there's no place like home. Kurt Deer said, hey, I just got here. Hello, how are you? Oh, I should probably get a battle set up. Kurt Deer said, are the things in the pictures things you made? Yes. Yep. Everything I made there is either hand spun by me or woven by me or both. I think it's all spinning and weaving. I don't think I have any knitting in there. And some of it is dyed by me. Maid said, I think I may need to tighten up the heel. It wants to slip down. Would adjusting how you do your, or where you place your decreases make a difference? Or do you have something else in mind? Kurt Deer said, hey, I'm good. Crocheting a beanie. Nice. And said, I love the one that has like diamonds. Are you thinking the one that's like in shades of brown? No, this one. Yeah, that is a Swedish rose path pattern, and it's one of my favorites. Maid said, probably, but I'm not sure yet. Kurt Deer said, yes, that one. Yeah, I like that a lot. Is it weaving? Yes. Yep, it's weaving. It's woven on a 4-shaft loom. Veggie said, it is. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get Stream Raiders up and running. And Reggie said, looms! I think that that's accurate. Did I? No, I never. Oh yeah, I did get the little hair sew on there. Yeah, I think that's my looms at this point. Luminal Saturn said, hey, how's you? Just spinning on my new Ashford mini spindle. Silk makes merino so much less annoying. Yes, I don't particularly like spinning merino. And I don't know why so many people say they do. But blend some silk in it and it's lovely. Veggie said, yes, it does. Or alpaca. Okay, so here we are. Maybe. There we are. We're gonna continue because I think we got our butts handed to us last time. So we're right here. And it's still a special boss, and it's still hard, and it's still Battle a Random Streamer boss. And the reward is still um, a loyalty scroll treasure receptacle. Oh, and I forgot what I need. I didn't check. Another barbarian. Another necromancer. Let's get the barbarian out of the way. Okay. Veggie said, and it does. And hello. Mage said, so, Fiber Mom, I'm planning a trip to come see you. Oh? When's that gonna be? Mage said, it's a long-term goal to be accomplished in the next 3 years. Okay. I'll see if I can get my house clean by then. Maybe I'll be retired by then and then I won't have to go to work and I can hang out with you more. Oh man, I am still stuffed up, you guys. Mate said, really don't worry about it. I also live in that kind of space, so it'll feel like home. Yeah. I guess I keep house like the autistic person I am. Luminal Saturn said, my cop looks very sus. But that's because I'm packing my spindle with as much yarn as I possibly can. Lol. You know what? My cops always look sus. The only ones I have control of are on a Turkish spindle. And that's only because Jen taught me how to wrap them correctly. But on a regular spindle, the cop looks however it looks. No two the same. Maid said, precisely. Yeah, it would be lovely to be able to afford to have somebody come in once a week, you know, and you know, like dust and clean the kitchen and stuff. Veggie said, there's a way for Turkish. Oh, the turtles, duh. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can wrap your yarn on your Turkish spindle any way you want, but I really like the turtles. But the problem is then I just leave them as turtles and they sit around and get dusty with everything else, you know, sitting around and getting dusty. Kurt Deer said, a question for anyone who knits or crochets. Does acrylic yarn feel uncomfortable on your hands too? Yes. My hands hate acrylic yarn and I hardly ever use it. But there are different acrylic yarns. Like typically, like Red Heart Super Saver is hard on my hands. It almost feels crunchy. But there are other acrylics that are soft. But yes, I rarely work with acrylic yarn. Veggie said acrylic can, and it's different for all acrylics and people. Yeah. Kurt Deer said yes, exactly. Yes, if it's crunchy, I don't want to work with it. But I have all kinds of sensitivity stuff, you know, and one of the things that I'm sensitive to is the texture of fibers. And I don't want to work with crunchy acrylic yarn. If it's soft, that's fine. But my preference by and far is for far and away. I don't know. I had a thought process going there, and I'm not sure I said it right. Anyways, my preference by far is for natural fibers. I use like wool and alpaca and Angora rabbit and silk and cashmere. And I got to get the rest of that cashmere and silk plied so I can find out if I need more cashmere. Kurt Deer said, yes, exactly, even for me, and I don't have sensitive skin at all. Veggie said, crunch. Yeah. I mean, some people only use acrylic yarn and think it's just fine. You know, it depends. Everybody's got preferences. Luminal Saturn said, Angora rabbit is Hairy. Now, it depends. But even like French Angora has a lot of guard hair, but it's soft guard hair. My preference is for English Angora if I can get it. Now, the Angora rabbits that I had a while back were an English-French cross. And so they were big bunnies, but they had the really soft hair. Really soft without very much guard hair. Griff said, I've been working with acrylic recently and I kind of hate it. But it's almost Pride season, so the Pride hats have commenced. Oh, yeah. Almost Pride season. For some reason, it feels like June should still be months and months away. Mate said, so I'll be setting aside 60% of my profits until I make enough to come see you. I need to save about $1,000. Kurt Deer said, wow. Oh my God, you're right. Griff said, I've been knitting and crocheting hats for each flag at the same time, mostly to give my hands breaks from crocheting every stripe. So are you using both knit and crochet in a single hat? Or are you making knitted hats and crocheted hats? AMC Knight said, you cannot have any more carrots, Claire. Veggie said, please? I got a ton of carrots in my refrigerator at the moment, if you need to borrow a few. I keep thinking I should chop some up and can them, or freeze dry them, or something. Griff said, no, doing a stripe on the crochet hat and then doing one on the knit hat. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's actually an excellent idea. Aim C Knight said, no. Okay, one for Veggie. Veggie, you could have one. Veggie said, thanks. Okay, time for a Benadryl. This is becoming a nightly habit. Luminal Saturn said, Mom just recently dug up our overwintered parsnips. Heckin' candy. Oh, I bet. They've accumulated lots and lots of sugars since then. Wiggly. Veggie said, oh, I love parsnips. I do too, and I don't get them that often. And I like rutabagas too. And I also don't get those often. The honey bunny who does the shopping here keeps us well stocked in potatoes, onions, and carrots. I should plant some parsnips. I keep getting scooched over so far. I can't decide if my camera has moved or if my chair has moved. Mate said, we can talk details later, but I'm dead set on meeting you in person relatively soon. Okay. Sounds fun to me. Luminal Saturn 2 said, I just went to Northern Fan Con again. Well, that sounds like fun. I presume that's similar to a lot of the other cons I'm aware of. Mate said, you're on my bucket list. Nice. I don't think I've ever been on anybody's bucket list before. Chris said, you know, I'm taking a break from traveling this month, but I don't have any plans yet for the next few. Chris said, and I'm trying to reach a diamond member in my hotel brand by the end of the year. Nice. So what happens when you reach diamond member? Griff said, now that I won't be traveling to see George anymore. So, is this a for good kind of a thing? And was he being a butthead? I mean, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Luminal Saturn said, most of my haul was from Ragnar the Trader, Viking stuff, drinking horns, cups, hand-bound books, combs, pendular, brooches, and the like. Nice! Very cool. Veggie gets the torches and pitchforks. Mage grabs a pitchfork, grabs a pitchfork, and says, "Who now?" Griff said, "Yeah, if we do see each other again, it'll be a while from now. It's understandably painful for him to think of seeing me. It was just one of those things where, you know, in the long run, it's just not going to work at all. I'm not upset at him." Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad it wasn't a big giant fight and a bunch of, you know, somebody being stupid or... Veggie said, "Oh." Luminal Saturn said, "Sorry, didn't hear all that ad break." Veggie puts the pitchforks back. Spat said, "Evening, fiberistas." "Hi, Spats, how you doing?" Veggie said, "But torches are fun, so yeah, we can like knit socks by torchlight, right? We may go blind in the process, but..." Veggie said, "Hello." Spat said, "Not well, but enduring. How are you?" "I'm okay. The last several days have been better. And I hope they continue to get better. I've been sleeping better too, and which might be part of the reason why I'm feeling better. But stairs are still hard. I almost took a header down the basement stairs with carrying laundry. But I was like towards the bottom. There were only like 2 or 3 steps left, so I probably wouldn't have like even knocked myself unconscious or anything. But I would have had to, you know, lay at the bottom of the stairs yelling until somebody heard me. Fortunately, I wasn't home alone at the time. Maid said, "Sigh, okay." Griff said, "Veggie, we save the pitchforks for when I move out of my dad's." There's a thought. Veggie said, "Oh, they're definitely saved." Well, yeah, 'cause you never know when you're going to need a pitchfork. Spat said, "Oh, that's great. I started sleeping better too, and then other things started complaining. So with your anti-gravity maneuvers, we seem to be on similar karmic cycles." Yeah, I was very impressed that I saved that. And, you know, I'm going to need good anti-gravity maneuvers from now on, I think, with this new cat. Because he cannot stand to not be under your feet when you're walking. And then he has to stop everywhere along the way that has an edge that he can rub his chin on. And since there are assorted boxes in the room in between the top of the stairs and the bathroom, that's quite a few stops. Because that's the weaving room, and everything gets put there. But yeah, I need to do some organizing and stuff up there. I keep telling myself when Honey Bunny's gone to Seattle later this month, I'm going to clean all this stuff upstairs and do, you know what I'll probably do? I'll sleep and I'll read and I'll enjoy the solitude. Griff said, I have finally begun the plining of the fairy yarn, but I don't have enough bobbins. Ruh-roh. Is there something you can use to make do? I'm having a hankering to do some spinning, but I don't know what I want to spin. I probably need to take inventory of what inventory I have and figure out what I need to make, and then dye some stuff. Veggie spins in chair. Yeah, my chair doesn't spin. I'm still sitting in that same metal folding chair from when I first got this desk. One of these days I'll get an actual desk chair. And one that spins would be preferable. Luminal Saturn said, I did a bad. I bought a very expensive spindle, just waiting for it to arrive. That's not a bad. You deserve all the special spindles. And so do I, and so do all of us. Griff said, the fairy yarn with some plain white Cordale is purty. I'll bet. Veggie said, where from? Spill if you want to. Oh, because Veggie said deets about the very expensive spindle. I was having a conversation with a new spinner, and we were talking about spindles because the spindle he's been learning on is a very, very crappy homemade spindle that has been laying around the weaver's cabin for I don't know how many decades, and nobody ever uses it, and he picked it up as to learn on, and has continued to use it for like a year. And I was sitting spinning on my spindle that I got from Jen recently, the ones that she puts in her kits, and saying how much nicer it is than a lot of inexpensive spindles, and I thought it'd be an excellent beginner spindle, and as does Jen, since she uses them in her kits. or learn to spin kits. And so then we were talking about, other spindles that are very expensive, and he was saying he didn't understand what would be the point of a $70 or $80 or $100 hand spindle. And I said, oh, you'll know once you've tried one. And so, then we had to Google Golding spindles and Jenkins spindles and what's the other one that I can never remember the name of? Anyway. And he just doesn't get it. And I said, you're gonna have to try some nice spindles sometime. Knitter Girl said, hello, Snoring Cat, and how are you? I'm doing okay. How are you? Luminal Saturn said, Veggie Revolution Fibers Top World Drop Spindle for Beginners on Amazon. Multi-wood, apparently near about 145. Holy wow. Veggie said, be right back to the Google. Yeah, I'm going to have to search for that as well. That sounds fairly pricey for a beginner. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, Snoring Cat. Get back to chat. Veggie said for beginners though? Yeah, all the Revolution Fibers spindles I see on Amazon are like around 35 or 45. Knitter Girl said, I am good and still sore, thank you. I'm sorry that you're still sore. Luminal Saturn said, Veggie shrugs. That's what it says. Maid said, if I made and sold dryer balls, who would anyone buy them? I know people who can sell just scads and scads of dryer balls. And when I took them to the farmer's market, a friend of mine I would save like, combing waste and stuff. And a friend of mine would make up dryer balls for me. And they sold as fast, she couldn't keep up. But I don't typically make them because it makes my hands hurt. Because, you do a lot of getting them to shape. And then I would stick them inside of like nylon knee highs and run them through the washer and dryer. But I like them to be really solid. Sometimes I would needle felt them. But I haven't made any in a long time. But I would not be surprised if you could sell them. Veggie said, even the ones I found elsewhere aren't that much. I hope it's a legit seller. Knitted Girl said, I am not drinking the Diet Sprite anymore. That's a good idea, Knitted Girl. Well, there's also the issue of location. Luminal Saturn, are you in Canada? Am I remembering that correctly? Because that, as Knitted Girl often reminds us, that can change prices of things dramatically. Luminal Saturn said, yup. Veggie said, oh, true. Okay, how long are you now, Sock? I'll do another half an inch and then make a decision about a heel. Veggie said, chipping and taxes. Knitter Girl said, Luminal Saturn, I am in Canada. Veggie said, and currency difference. Yup. Exchange rate. Luminal Saturn said, only found 2 spindles by Revolution Fibers and they are both very expensive. Huh. On Amazon. Yeah, I found several and they were all listed as $35 or $45 on Amazon. So I don't know why. I mean, it seems like the differences in prices between US Amazon and Canadian Amazon are ridiculously different. Maid says, how big should they be? Griff said, the entire dryer. I make mine about, and what is that? About 3-inch diameter, I think, is about what I like. Some people like them a little bigger, some people like them smaller, but I like about a 3-inch diameter. Miss Erlo said, price change example, skein of yarn for $23, add taxes and shipping in exchange near $50. And says also, hi everybody! Hi Miss Erlo! Luminal Saturn said, darn you economics. Veggie said, hey Miss Erlo. Mousy said, hi! Hi Mousy, how are you? Veggie said, economics. Pictures creature eating money. Ha 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 ha. Knitter Girl said, hello, Mousy. Okay, I think that I'm going to do afterthought heels on these. And that gives me an excuse to not have to pay attention to measurements for a while. Luminal Saturn said, veggie, poofed. And Miss Erlo said, nibble love. And Veggie said, just a nibble. Mousy said, I'm good, still at work. Veggie said, oh, Veggie winked at Luminal Saturn. Her maid said, I'm going to go buy some fiber. Be right back. Uh-oh. Veggie said, hey, Mousy. Veggie says, sometimes the imagination can't be contained. Well, and that's true. Oh, excuse me. Miss Erlo said, SnoringCat, is the yarn you are knitting one of your spins? It's not, but surprisingly, it looks like hand spun. It's it is Queensland Collection Perth, and it is one of my favorite sock yarns that's manufactured, that's not like indie dyed. And it is Australian Superwash Wool Blend, 100 grams, 400 meters per 100 grams, 80% superwash wool, 20% nylon. And this particular colorway is called Swan Hill. And I like it very much. It doesn't say what the breeds are in the blend, but it's soft-ish, but it's not merino. It may have merino in it, but it's very sturdy. And I've got 3 pair in rotation that I wear so far, and 2 more in process somewhere in project bags that I don't know where they are off the top of my head. And I have not yet worn a hole in any of them. And my socks typically, you know, I wear them 2 or 3 times and I get a hole in the ball of the foot or on the heel or whatever. So it's not a squoosh yarn at all, but it's not a stiff and scratchy yarn either, if that makes sense. Miss Erlo said, it's really pretty. I stumbled upon it at my local yarn shop, and I have another one. I think I have all the colors now that she carries. Come on, camera. You can do it. It's okay. There it goes. So I have another pair that's a rainbow. The first pair I ever made from this yarn is rainbow, but this is like darker and that one's brighter. This one's called King's Canyon. So I like it very, very much. And I hope that the new yarn shop, because my current local yarn shop of about 10 years is going out of business. And I went down to see what I could find in the sale. She's at half off now. And she will probably be done before the end of the month. And then there is one of her longtime customers and knit group participants is buying it out and is going to stay in the same place until August, and then they weren't able to get a lease past the end of August. So they're moving, but the good news is it's going to be closer to my house instead of farther. I mean, still in my same little small town, but it's going to be like half a block away now. And that, let me tell you, could be very dangerous. Luminal Saturn said, "Gah! My Bluetooth headphones just jump scared me." Oh no! Charge me! Oh man! Yeah, I jump scare pretty easy. Miss Erla said, oh my, that's nice too. I was hoping that she would have some roving and that she would have knitting needles, because I wanted to get a pair of size 1.5 for those Stardew Valley socks, but I think it's going to work out okay just with the size 1 needles. Veggie said, oh, thanks for the reminder. The headphones that currently are on my head are probably nearly 20 years old. They're just Sony. They were like $20 at Walmart like 20 years ago. And they've held up great. I've liked them very much. I'm going to be sad when they go. The ones that came with my mixer and my mic and stuff, they're professional quality headphones. They've lasted like 3 months. I would say they were entry-level professional headphones. Mate said, my time has come. I've got to go to bed. Rainbow Hearts, good night. Did you order fiber? Inquiring minds want to know. Veggie said, good night, Mage. But in the meantime, Mage, sleep well, get good rest, and stay safe. And we'll see you later, alligator. Luminal Saturn said, good night, Mage. Oh, the battle's Betty. Maid said, no, lack of funds. Okay. But good night. We'll see you later, alligator. Three, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. $22 of us, 26 of them. Miss Elia is in the lead with 15 kills and 5 assists. 20 kills. 22 of us, 4 of them. Woohoo! Victory is ours, and that one was much easier. Okay, sorry. Was trying to find the end of the long silver hair that was stuck to my microphone. Inside that treasure receptacle, we find enough gold for 8 apiece. And for one lucky random winner, Miss Elia gets 200 gold. Congrats, everybody. And now, I'm gonna head over to this pretty blue one. Uh-oh. Magma. The challenge level here is very hard with 4 skulls. An elemental battle rages. The reward, if we succeed, is a blue loyalty skin treasure receptacle. Okay, so what was it that what was the other thing I needed? Oh, okay, I gotta claim that. Come back. Necromancer, that was the thing. Necromancer, that's you, right? Yep, that's you. Okay. Maid said moo and night. Knitter girl said goodnight, Mage. Griff said there's 2 little puppies in my living room. They're about potato sized, so they're the Potato Brothers. The big one is Tater and the little one's Dot. Ha 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 ha. Veggie said, oh, taters. Yeah, weren't we talking about taters earlier? Griff said they think they're hot potatoes, but they're just small fries. Ah ha ha. Luminal Saturn said Griff. Aw. Griff said fries. Oh, I read it as fries the first time. Veggie said they're just the bits. Griff said the bits. Okay, back to Nate. I'm getting so much more done the last couple of nights on stream. You know, I do miss my cat songs from the playlist in Leaf Village, but for the most part, this new playlist is growing on me. I haven't removed anything from it so far, although there's one song, I think, if it ever comes past again, because there's like 1,600 songs on this thing, I think. If there's been 1 or 2 that if they ever come by again, I might dump them. Veggie said, I almost missed the stalker. Ha 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 ha. Well, no, I wasn't. I was going to say I was able to find that album. But no, that was a lie. I only found 2 albums by who the heck that artist is. There used to be a bunch of them, and now all I could find was 2. But so I don't know if that means they're no longer there, or if that means that the Pretzel Rocks search algorithm really sucks. Luminal Saturn said, I really should wind off, but I really want to see just how much yarn I can pack onto this tiny little spindle. The challenge. It's all about the challenge. Veggie said, do it for science, unless it's too heavy. But that's part of the science. Luminal Saturn said, Veggie, more just getting awkward to spin. Oh, you guys. Veggie said, unhinged arms are no fun. I was saying recently that I had never gotten the knack of the spinning the drop spindle off of your leg rather than flicking it with your fingers, because I get like tendonitis from flicking the drop spindle. I was when I was spinning that that hunk of fluff that Jen gave me with that little that new spindle. I was doing it at work and I was rolling it off of my leg. I was so happy. So I guess that's a thing in my life now. Veggie said, cool. Gris said, I haven't spun the Cordale by itself on the Nano yet. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out my Nano and maybe spinning some traditional 3-ply. But first, I gotta finish plying the silk and the what do you call it? Cashmere. See if I have enough for a shawl. Veggie said, Ashford! Yeah, that's got to happen soon. Because I need to get it dusted and gussied up in time for Memorial Day. Veggie said, traditional wheel. Well, actually, the one I have is a traveler, not a traditional. But yeah, if by traditional you mean, wooden wheel with a treadle on it, then yeah. Luminal Saturn said, Veggie, I have very heavy spindle I use to make thicker yarn. That thing will unhinge your arm if you use it too long. Can I get the yarn? There. Veggie said, I knew that. Do they look the same? Maybe that's the cause. Mine is upright. The Traveler is upright, and the traditional is Saxony. So horizontal. Mine is the vertical, and the traditional is horizontal. That's the best description. She's not offended, though. Just don't want anybody to be confused. Whoops, why am I purling? I am not ribbing the foot. Thank you very much. Griff said, "Oh yeah, this Corriedale is a dream. I love Corriedale. I love lots of breeds of wool, but Corriedale and I go way back." Miss Erlo said, "I took a spill a few weeks ago falling backward. I landed wedged between my china cabinet and my Ashford wheel. Were you able to extract yourself? Or did you require assistance?" And boy, the spinning wheel's probably got lots of pokey edges you could jab yourself with. And were you okay? Knitter Girl said, "Miss Erlo, are you okay?" Oh, abstraction. That's who all those most of those beloved songs were by. Kaida, T-poses into existence. Hi, Kaida. How you doing? Kaida said, "How them socks?" Well, these are this long. And guess what this is? Mwahaha. I'm very excited. Miss Erlo said, "I found a cut on my thigh which was caused by the tensioning knob being broken off sadly." Oh no! Well, at least that's a part that's not terribly expensive to replace. Veggie said, "Oh no, glad you're okay though." Kaida said, "Ooh." Miss Erlo said, "I'm fine. I'm alone here except for the cat, so I had to drag myself out across the floor a bit." Yeah, 'cause you know how those cats are. They're not ever going to help you up. Mine usually just, wanders up, gets in my face and said, "What are you doing? Why are you on the floor?" I'm glad you're okay. That could have been a lot worse for you and for the spinning wheel. Miss Erlo said, "Thing is, I was wanting to sell the wheel." Oh, man. Well, maybe it was trying to tell you it doesn't want to go. But I can understand that. Luminal Saturn said, "Want to hear a cool fact I learned on Vancouver Island?" I may be misremembering if I've told this before. I always want to hear a cool fact. Knitter Girl said, "Luminal Saturn, I am in Alberta." Luminal Saturn said, "Arbutus trees are really just giant blueberry trees." Really? I had no idea. Miss Erlo said, "I'm on Vancouver Island." Lol. Luminal Saturn said they're in the same heath family. So do they grow an edible berry then? Kaida said sharks are older than trees. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are sharks swimming around individually who are older than trees. They go really far back. Veggie said, I saw that short earlier. Veggie winks. Miss Erlo said, I've hugged my fair share of arbutus trees as a kid. Luminal Saturn said, Miss Erlo, my aunt and I went up the Malahat Skywalk. It was very windy. Kaida said, sharks are 40 million years old and trees are only 10 million years old. Huh. Miss Erlo said, Luminal Saturn, that's near the peak, isn't it? Luminal Saturn said, Miss Erlo, I don't know. Big tower thing by mountains and beside water. Excuse me. Kaida said, you died on my phone, but continued here. Weird. Anybody else having any trouble with the signal or anything? I can't remember if I read this or not. Miss Erlo said, pretty sure it's near the peak, which explains the wind. Kaida said, could have honestly just been my phone. Veggie said, I haven't noticed, but mostly listening. Hey, Pyro! How you doing? Katie said, proxy farts! Yeah, but none of us around here are dyslexic or anything, are we? Veggie said, so it's time for a traveler stream. It's been so long I forgot what it looks like. I know, I have not spun on it since I got, literally have not spun on it since I got the 6.0. Could have said, nah, not me. Veggie said, not it. Yeah, no, not me either. Veggie said, and hello. Spat said the traveler will be making an appearance sometime soon, since I will be using it to spin in the sheep to shawl thing early in June. I need to make sure my knees can still do it. Spat said, PogChamp! Pyro said, had a party with the band, got drunk, played some disco for a while because everyone was just feeling it. And the party kind of just kept evolving from there till blacking out. That sounds like a party. Kind of said, so my roommate pissed me off today. Oh? Miss Erla said, looks like I'll be doing a field trip one day soon. A local to me yarn shop has purse fingering in stock. Woo! Nice. Yeah, it comes in lots of nice color combinations. Some bright, some more muted. Obviously, I tend to go for the the brighter ones. Although this is maybe a little muted for me. But I have a green dress that needs socks. Kind said she asked me why I decided to not take the $13 an hour manager position at Michael's until I could have found something better. Well, now to be fair, I have been told by tons of people that it's easier to get hired if you're already working. But I don't know. Spat said, your roommate has not learned the time cost of onboarding, apparently. Kind of said, right? But for me personally, I would rather not have to leave one job because a better one came along, you know what I mean? If I could afford to be unemployed, I would be unemployed. Pyro said, partying like it's the 70s, sans the narcotics. Spat said, UBI 2030. Train! "26 seconds until battle." For anybody who needed to know that. Kind of said, yeah, that's the whole thing. And she was like, well, I can't pay the whole rent for more than this month. And I'm like, bitch, did I ask you to pay more than this month? Roommates. Oh, the battle is Betty. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. 35 of us, 42 of them. Xander Hyena with the first 3 kills, and Koi Shanae with 4 assists. $34 of us, 26 of them. And look at me bringing people back to life. We got little skeletons all over the map. JDS Infinity with 7 kills, and Cat in the Oak with 11 assists. And woohoo! Victory is ours. And let's see what's inside the blue treasure receptacle. There's enough gold for 8 apiece. And for 3 lucky random winners, Xander Hyena gets 200 gold. Cuff gets 2 Berserker Scrolls, and Van gets 50 gold. Congrats, everybody. I'm going to see if, wait, skins. See if that thingy that I just got is, no, it apparently isn't available for me to use yet. So I'll collect these. And I will turn in a few quests. And now they want berserkers. Come on. And somebody wants to level up. Gladiator! Okay. We'll start the next battle. The challenge. The challenge level is moderate with 3 skulls. Even the mighty have their weaknesses. And the reward will be a gold treasure receptacle. And what did I say I needed? Because obviously I can't remember. Berserker. Oh, Berserker. As the Berserker. Yes, right there will do. Okay. Luminal Saturn said, be right back. Have to go dig out my spinning gauge thingy. Gaita said, I had asked her to cover for this month because I just have run out of funds. I was in the negative until my dad loaned me money last night, and it's not like I haven't been trying to look for a job. Luminal Saturn said, also 6 blinking ads. I know, it's getting more and more ridiculous. Okay, camera. You can do it. There you go. Gaita said, and I think I would be less irritated if she didn't have such a superiority complex and didn't try to nickel and dime me every single month when I asked her to pay me back for paying the rent. Gaita said, or that she also judges me on the fact that the house isn't clean, but she won't even take out the fucking trash. Gaita said she makes her boyfriend do it. Gaita said, and she makes her boyfriend do all the cleaning that she does and doesn't lift a damn finger to do anything, and I'm just over the whole thing. Luminal Saturn said, think I'm at around 20 or 32 to 36 wraps per inch. Wow, that's pretty skinny. Kaida said, sorry, I'm just salty right now. That's fine, Kaida. Necrochino said, good evening. Hello, how are you? Risika said, hello, everyone. I think this song just took a hit of acid. Luminal Saturn says, Kaida hugs. But she's moving out. Kaida said, I don't want to move across country just yet. Well, just trying to help. Veggie said, is that a Risika? Veggie, it appears to be. Veggie said, and hello to those I haven't said hello to yet. Kaida said, and in between complaining, I'm working on my lunar spine. Yay! Risika said, hi, Veggie. Long time no talk. Kaida said, yeah, and I thank you for looking out for me in the most completely selfless way that you can, Snoring Cat, lol. Right? Veggie said, how you been? Hope you're well, Risika. Risika said the days are long, but the years are short. Just going day to day with the toddlers. Tessalina! Tessalina said, hello, hello. Good morning, Tessalina. Veggie said, heyo. Yarnia said, morning, my dear. How are you, Yarnia? Luminal Saturn said, arg, I think I'ma have to tap out. My back is murderizing me. Love you all. Stay safe, warm, cool, and at least semi-sane. Alrighty, are you heading to bed, Luminal Saturn? If you are, sleep well, get good rest, and stay safe. And we'll see you later, alligator. Yarnia said, barely awake. Risika said, currently crocheting a Luigi hat for my 3.5-year-old. Cool, Yarnia said, lurking around. Veggie said, morning. Tessalina said, just waking up. Hello back, y'all. And Tessalina pushes everyone down the rabbit hole and falls into a pile of floof. Kaida said, good night, Luminal Saturn. Thanks for the hugs earlier. Veggie said, good night, Luminal Saturn. Veggie said, working on Stardew socks. Me too, but not on stream. Kind of said, ooh. So are there 3 of us working on Stardew Valley socks? Risika said Stardew as in Stardew Valley. Uh-huh. Veggie said, I might on stream again. Lol, we'll see. Veggie said, yes. Somebody post the link. Please. Risika said, very nice. Yeah, there are 4 pair. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Kaida said, Veggie, put updates in the Discord when you can. And thanks, Veggie, for posting the link. Huh, it looks like I only need to buy... Oh no, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4 skeins for summer. That'll be nice. They are just so cool. I'm excited to get mine done, and hopefully there I will get the spring socks finished before the next guild meeting. Because I want to take them and show them off. Necrochino said, did someone say Stardew Valley socks? Kaida said, okay, be right back. Veggie said, psh, already ahead, snoring cat. Veggie, sometimes you read my mind. Necrochino said, man, I wish I knew how to knit better than half-assed washcloths. Well, you got to start somewhere. Veggie said there's all 4 seasons and a discount if you buy all 4 at once. So of course I had to buy all 4 at once. The yarn will about break the bank, but a lot of the colors. So like you buy all the colors for the spring, and then some of the colors you use in all 4 pair, and so one ball of that color will be enough for all 4 pair. Veggie knits. Thessalina asks, what would you make if you wanted to, Necrochino? Okay, I see. It is time for break. I wonder if I got enough time before battle. 16 and a half minutes. That should be enough time, right? So, let's take a short break. And it's a good opportunity to get up and stretch and move around. And get some circulation back into your extremities. Kaida, what just came? Or what just showed up? It's also a good opportunity to use the loo if you need to visit the snack and beverage tables. Kaida said my period. Oh man, how dare. Tesselina said what? And also a good opportunity to hang out and chat with each other. Kaida said anger sounds in the distance. And what else? Oh, and if you're playing Stream Raiders with us, don't forget to place a unit every 5